Good people, welcome to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. We're now going to learn about the chromatic scale. So this is a scale that basically contains every single note in Western harmony. There's 12 tones in Western harmony and this contains all of them. So it means that it will integrate all the finger positions we've learned so far. So this lesson is an intermediate level lesson. Just in case you're stumbling upon it and you're a beginner, I recommend not doing it yet. So I'm just going to play the whole thing for you, starting on open G. And it could keep going up if we want to go up into third and fifth position and seventh position, like that. There's not really in the way that tunes are in D major or A minor or something, there's no tunes in the chromatic. It's sort of like, because it includes all the notes, there's really only one chromatic scale. However, we can think about the scales, as the notes as they fall on a particular string is a useful way to approach it. Like instead of learning the whole thing that I just played, what I teach is just learning the notes on the D string. Furthermore, in FiddleHed fashion, I like to break it down even further because, especially when things are hard like this. So I think the chromatic scale is hard for two reasons. One, it's just sort of hard kind of getting used to like the slippery nature of all these fingerings together. But it's also really hard on your ear because it's not physically painful, like it's gonna make your ear hurt. But I mean, maybe if it sounds really bad, it'll make your ear hurt. But what's the reason why it's difficult is that we're just not used to it. And so what I like to do is break it down into 3 clusters. So if we take those notes on the D string, we're going to start with just open, low, 1, 1, first cluster. You can practice a 4-note thing by going open, low, 1, 1, low, 1. Let's take a moment and loop on that. Okay, thanks for doing that. I just remembered that you can now play the theme song to a very famous movie. It's the theme song to Jaws, best theme song ever written, 2 notes. All right, so now we've done that, conquered that. Let's move on to the second cluster of notes, which is D1, low 2, 2. Let's loop on that a little bit. Reminds me of, am I thinking of Take Me Out to the Ball Game? I got it in the wrong key, but that would be... Yeah, it's kind of chromatic, I guess. All right, back to the task at hand. D1, low 2, 2 is the second cluster. Now we'll do the third cluster, which is D2, 3, low 4, open A. Now I know I said that we're going to be doing this notes just on the D string, but actually it's very useful to use open strings when doing the chromatic scale to get your bearings. Because you're going to lose your bearings when you first try this, unless you just got a perfect ear already. It's you're going to need that that point of reference, the open string. Right? Okay. So you can practice the third cluster. Do it slowly. Okay, and one thing you need to know about this one is that instead of doing low 4, we could do raised third. And I recommend practicing both because you'll need both. All right, so on your own, highly recommend you pause the video and practice each cluster right now. I'm now going to slowly play all the notes of the chromatic scale on D string. All right, and that's pretty much the lesson, because if you master that, then you'll be able to do it on the other strings, and then you'll be able to string them all together, no pun intended. Even if I wanted to do it, I wouldn't have done it, but maybe I would have. And so you basically, if you master that, I mean really master it on one string and take that to heart, then you can do it on all 4 strings. And so just as a general practice thing, you know, like you can go so far with a little thing if you really get it, right? Versus thinking, okay, I made it through it for the first time on D. Whatever, I can do it. Now I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe your mind works differently and that's the way you approach things. You want to do it all at once, but I say like just really get this to sound good. Stay on each note a while. Maybe do 4 bows on each note. If you have some way to do a drone track, like I have drone tracks, you could use a D drone track and play it over that. And on FiddleHed.com, I'll have some drone tracks for you to play along with on the lesson page for this lesson. So anyway, hope that was useful, and it's been a pleasure teaching you. I'm just going on 3 years doing it. I'm having a good time, and hopefully you are too. So long. Go to FiddleHed.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the video. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.